Longman's gonna come and help us out when he's done over with Nebuchadnezzar's code 10.
Please tell me it's untrue. It's untrue. It's true.
Yeah. They found Lyons' breach help that guy.
Oh yeah?
And Nebuchadnezzar had him in the car and he refused to get out of the car, so he frustrated him. Which I probably wouldn't have done, because that is a lot. I don't want pepper spray in my car.
No, yeah, I wouldn't do it either, but.
Please tell me it's untrue. It's not.
He's just trying to pick up his headphones.
It's not true.
I'm impressed. I am not that limber.
Please tell me it's not that true.
You said what?
I did it.
I'm not sure those headphones will do you any good without your phone nearby. It'll be criminal. Or DUI, should be, have a DUI option on there.
Fuck.
What you listening to?
My listeners playing.
Oh, what are you listening to? You got some music playing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Do you want to listen to something?
Yeah.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Whatever.
Whatever? I got some music on my phone we can listen to.
Just talk to her.
No, not right now. Let's see. That's too bad.
I didn't do anything.
I put you as the assistant officer.
Yeah.
Only I didn't do anything. Please, I didn't do anything.
Okay, thanks, yep.
You don't understand. She's being. You don't understand.
What's the, never mind, I got it. Where you going, bud? You can take a nap if you want. You alright?
Dude, I don't know if I'd let him on the floor. That's pretty dirty.
So a lot of drunk people have peed on that floor. I'm not sure you want to lay there. Do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
What for?
Heart hurts.
Your heart hurts?
Yeah, it hurts.
411. Michael, the fire department's on their way. Is there anything we can do for you right now? What?
No, sir, I think.
No, sir? Okay. What's going on?
I see 3.
You see 3? 3 what?
I'm breathing.
Okay, well, let's sit up, and that'll help you breathe a little bit better, okay?
Okay.
Sit up on your butt, all right?
I can't.
You gotta help me. Sit right there, okay?
There you go. Get your feet straight.
If you sit up straight, you'll breathe better. Don't lay down.
Choke on anything. There you go.
This is a DUI from hell. You gotta be kidding me. Does it help when you lay down like that? Michael?
Talk, you can breathe.
You feel better laying down like that?
No.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Keep you on your side.
if you're faking anything, it's not gonna get you out of the DUI. You'll still be arrested for DUI.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know that. Alright? I don't know what he's saying.
Am I on my side or my back? Yeah, you're on your side now. Dude, he's on some meds, so I don't know if he has maybe a condition.
I don't know. I mean, they're anti-anxiety meds, though. It's not like Caesar medication or anything like that. Do you feel better when you lay on your stomach like that?
Yeah.
It does feel better? Okay. Let us know if you need help sitting up. We'll bring them in here. Do you see 3 or you say 3? What are you saying C? 3 what? 3 feet? How many now? Is it still 3 or is it just 1? I don't know how this works.
It's not like room in the floor.
What's that?
It's not like room in the floor.
Right.
So they don't like us to do the blood draw.
Oh no, they don't mind it. They allow us to do blood draws, they just don't like it if they don't let their people do it for us. Like their nurses. Like that. We should be done now. He should be home with his girlfriend, but... Do you need to sit up, Michael? Let's have you sit up, alright? Okay. Bring your knees up to your chest. Knees up to your chest. Or that. Anything we can do for you, Michael? No, sir?
No, it's fine.
Just checking. Want to be able to let the fire department know what they're doing.
Please.
So he found out it was going to be a felony DUI.
Yeah.
And he just
Arthritis or whatever you said?
yeah, incarcerated, exactly. He just
That's a
kind
good one.
of flopped over, fell on the ground, and said his heart hurts.
Good.
We sat him up a couple times, but then he just kept flipping over to his stomach, said it felt better. So,
Alright.
We just let the rest work for a minute.
Okay. Keep going. That's you got right here.
actually,
Yes, it is.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Can you sit up?
I can sit up.
Can't you sit up?
I'm C3.
Is he drunk or?
he took a couple cold.
I took 4 clubs and
He says two, or
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Michael Chad Whitewood.
Well, you want to just speak up?
I get lost with my fake
Well,
name.
that's fair.
I get lost with my
Oh, you gave them a fake name? So you're gonna give us a real name?
what?
Hey man, we can't help you if you don't sit up and hold still.
Did you
No, bullshit, dude. Sit down.
Uh-oh.
Hey, yeah,
I'm C3 boots. I'm C3 boots.
Well, there's about 10 in here. Look, man, we're just gonna take the vitals.
Yeah, it's,
So the more you breathe like that, the worse it's gonna be, man. I think you know that. Just relax. Slow your breathing down.
that's it.
Okay.
That's all we need.
Well, have a good night.
Music to my ears. Nothing medically wrong with you.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry we couldn't
Appreciate
do more
it.
Have a
help.
good evening.
No, you did great.
Have a good night.
Everything we needed. Yeah, it is. Thanks, guys.
Please.
All right, have fun.
We'll see ya. All right, right back where we were 2 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, a woman called out or attacked himself, so.
Oh, you did? Perfect.
My people were
I talked to her on the phone and she said that he just came to pick up the kid and that he left. She never said anything about a broken window. That's bullshit. Okay, well, I'm not showing up because I'm going to be on this for another hour, so.
Oh, but I see three.
DUI?
a day off in the share like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
We can tell he's intoxicated. There's footage of him pulling in.
Almost hit a car as he was driving in.
So we've got evidence of him in actual control.
Yeah. And then we have the girlfriend and the administrator of the living facility saying that he didn't drink anything or have anything of alcohol with him while he was there at the facility. So anything he ingested was while or before he was driving.
Unless it's the Gatorade bottle.
That's just that Gatorade, but it's not. It's Gatorade. Yeah, and then I have the video of him driving the car into the parking spot, almost hitting that other car.
So when he went straight from the car into the facility?
No, girlfriend came out to the car, and then they got in a little bit of an argument. She told him to leave, and then she went back inside, and he followed her inside. They kicked him out and called us. Yeah, she took the keys. We informed him it would be a felony DUI, and minutes later his heart started hurting.
But he was fine up until then. So probably a true case of vallow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what's the time lapse that he was outside the car?
About 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Was he in the presence of someone that whole time?
He was with the girlfriend and the administrator the whole time.
Got out of the car, was it in the whole time? Do we have statements from him and say, smell alcohol?
She said, she told me that she said she could smell the odor of alcohol. That he had told her he took a lot of, well, I don't know, and that she took the keys away from him because he almost hit that car while parking.
Did she observe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she said she smelled the odor of alcohol, and that's why she took the keys away.
And then they were working the whole time with each other.
Yeah.
No alcohol, no pills, and we'll just need to witness
We'll need
statements
to
to say all
read the
that.
statements, yeah.
So that's going to be our anchor to make sure we fill that gap, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me go.
No.
Let me go.
Where's, is it Nelson?
Nielsen.
Nielsen?
Yeah, he's up in the car doing his reports right now.
Good for him.
Oh, this might be a while.
It is warm in here.
A little bit.
Depends on how to do this.
This is a lady.
I want to go to uni.
Uni?
Yeah.
Well, maybe
So,
you can go to uni after
Michael?
jail.
Let me tell you this right now, okay? I'm not gonna sit here all night and play games with you. You've already wasted our fire department's time by having them come out for some bullshit, okay?
Okay.
I'm not taking you to uni, I'm taking you to jail. That's where you're going, okay? So, cut the bullshit.
I want to go to uni.
No, you're not going. You're going to jail.
Why take me to jail?
That's where we're gonna go.
Fine, let's go.
Okay. We got some business to conduct here first. It's gonna take about an hour.
Take me to jail then.
It's gonna take about an hour for us to do our business. And that's on you. That's on you because you didn't want to play nicely with us. Now we gotta go.
I do want to play
No.
nicely with you.
No, if you did, you would have blown into the breathalyzer.
Okay, if I blow the breathalyzer, you'll take me to uni.
We're beyond that now. Because when you
Okay,
refuse, yeah, so it's
Okay,
gonna
then.
be so it's gonna be about an hour. Okay? So just hang tight.
Let me blow the breathalyzer and take me to uni. And I'll cooperate.
First of all, you're not going to uni, you're going to jail. Nothing's gonna change that, okay? Second of all, we're beyond your cooperation because you already decided you didn't wanna cooperate.
No, I
Okay.
didn't. No, I didn't.
So we're not gonna play that game.
No, I didn't.
We'll request a warrant from the judge, and if the judge approves that warrant, we'll draw your blood. Once we have your blood, we'll take you to jail. You understand
No,
that?
I didn't.
That's what's gonna happen.
Then let me cooperate.
We'll be
Take me to uni.
I'm not taking you. You can ask me all night long, and that ain't gonna happen.
We gotta go check on him, which means he's gonna go sit in his car with his camera off and look at Facebook until we're ready for him.
Facebook, devil. Trying to find out. He's back.
Hey, if you destroy that, we're gonna charge you with destroying it, and that's a pretty pricey machine. Oh, he already did. He bit through it. Yeah, he straight up bit through the cord. Why would you bite through the cord? That's destruction of police property, dude. Come on now.
Well, let me go. I didn't do anything.
So you're gonna bite our power cords? You trying to get electrocuted? Is that what's going on?
Oh.
No. So that's not a way to do it.
That just hurt for a second.
Yeah, he straight up bit through it. Jeez, dude.
You don't let me do anything.
Oh, sorry. Do I need to bring you like a Nintendo XDS or something like that?
No, I didn't do anything.
Let's move the cord over here. Move the freshly contaminated cord over this way. So that Jaws here doesn't.
Do anything.
And I think I refer to it as PBT, then you can do it. PBT.
Okay.
Don't abbreviate it.
Hey!
INTOXILYZER.
Top shot quarter. There.
In an attempt to escape custody.
We didn't do anything.
How's
How's it doing out there? Not even scared? He's in the break room right now.
Smart.
Yeah. That's what I told him. I was like, you're down 3. Tell the break room.
Yeah, Mike, you have a little tonight.
Huh?
Yeah, this is the I-9.
I think that's just gonna work. I've seen less, I've seen more. If you're okay with that, I'm fairly okay with that, so it's a work in progress.
You're fairly okay with that?
No, I'm not gonna make.
Let me take the wheel.
I'm not gonna make him do it my way.
No.
What?
It's a statement.
You're good with it.
I told him I told them I would do it, but they never sent me to a training, so.
Oh, I do.
I'm gonna tell him again.
Oh, let him know.
Did you put that? You bit that?
Does that count as a threat of violence if he reached into his pants and said, I have a gun in my pants?
I'll call the judge.
Look at your phone in there.
Why take your shoe off? Just in case he has any questions.
Is there a gun in your shoe too? Sit down.
Sit down.
There's a gun in my shoe.
Okay, sit down.
There's a gun in my shoe.
Okay, sit down.
Alright.
I'll get the gun out. You sit down.
No, I want to sit down.
Okay, stay seated.
It's under my seat.
Okay, good job. Thanks for sitting.
There's a gun in my seat.
Stay down. Okay. Stay seated. All right. You don't want to fight with me. You definitely don't want to fight with this guy.
Okay.
Just sit your ass and stay. Okay?
You're not letting me go.
No, we're not letting you go.
We're
For
not.
what?
We told you it'll still be a few minutes before you can go anywhere.
For what?
Before we go to jail.
Yeah, you want to take me?
Tell you what, give me your shoe.
No,
Yeah.
no. Not giving you my shoe.
Give me your shoe. Oh my gosh, you gotta be freaking out. Give me your shoe.
I got it.
Okay, fuck, he's got my gun! He's got my gun! You're about to die, my friend! Let go! Let go! Fuck! Don't put out the gun! Shots fired, shots fired.
You good? You good?
Yeah, medical.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Medical at the intoxication.
Out. Lane, door. Out.
Say go.
Acting, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Body check.
Good?
Yeah, I think so. That gun was right, pointed right at me. You're good.
Just leave it.
Yeah. Nothing legs.
Shots.
You good?
Yep.
Last leg was originally here.
Yeah.
Nothing else got moved. We got one shell casing here.
A criminal psychological analysis of Michael Chad Poitou, deconstruction of maladaptive behaviors during a felony DUI arrest abstract. This document presents an in-depth criminal psychological analysis of the behavior of Michael Chad Poitou during his arrest and processing for a felony driving under the influence DUI charge. The primary data for this analysis is a raw transcript of interactions between Mr. Poitou and several law enforcement officers. The subject exhibits a complex and escalating series of maladaptive behaviors designed to evade legal culpability, manipulate law enforcement, and disrupt the judicial process. This analysis will dissect these behaviors through various psychological frameworks, including malingering, cognitive dissonance, narcissistic manipulation, psychological regression, and performative psychosis. The central thesis posits that Mr. Poitou's actions are not random or solely the product of intoxication, but rather a deliberate, albeit pathological, sequence of escalating tactics. When one strategy fails, he rapidly shifts to a more extreme and disruptive behavior, revealing a desperate and antisocial attempt to negate reality and seize control of a situation in which he is powerless. The analysis will trace his trajectory from feigned medical distress to infantile bargaining, to property destruction, and ultimately to violent threats and a staged psychotic episode. The responses and observations of the officers on the scene provide crucial context, acting as a reality-based counterpoint to Mr. Poitou's increasingly frantic performance. 1.0. Introduction and Case Overview. The transcript provides a verbatim account of the events that transpired within a police processing facility following the arrest of Michael Chad Poitou. The context, pieced together from the dialogue of the arresting officers, indicates that Mr. Poitou was arrested for DUI after driving erratically, nearly striking another vehicle, and having his car keys taken from him by his girlfriend, who reported to officers that he had been drinking heavily. The critical catalyst for the events documented in the transcript is the moment Mr. Poitou is informed that his DUI charge will be a felony. This information serves as the psychological stressor that triggers a cascade of manipulative and decompensatory behaviors. The objective of this analysis is to move beyond a surface-level description of Mr. Poitou's intoxication and non-compliance. Instead, it seeks to construct a psychological narrative of his actions, interpreting them as a series of calculated, though poorly executed strategies. We will examine the following key behavioral phases: symptom feigning, malingering, the immediate fabrication of a life-threatening medical condition, a heart problem, as a direct response to negative legal news; cognitive dissonance and bargaining, the subject's refusal to accept his situation, leading to attempts to negotiate an impossible outcome, being taken to uni instead of jail, and a denial of his own non-cooperation; psychological regression and destructive acting out. As his verbal manipulations fail, the subject regresses to more primitive, childlike behaviors, culminating in the physical destruction of police property, biting through a power cord; performative psychosis and escalation to threats. In his final and most desperate phase, the subject mimics symptoms of psychosis, hallucinations, repetitive vocalizations, and escalates to direct threats of violence, inventing a weapon to provoke a physical confrontation. This analysis will argue that while substance intoxication, alcohol and anti-anxiety medication, clearly plays a role in disinhibiting Mr. Poitou's behavior, it does not fully account for the goal-oriented and sequential nature of his actions. The intoxication acts as an accelerant upon a pre-existing psychological framework, geared toward manipulation and the avoidance of accountability. 2.0 Chronology of events and behavioral markers. To properly analyze the psychological underpinnings of Mr. Poitou's behavior, it is essential to first establish a clear chronology of the incident as it unfolds in the transcript. 2.1 Pre-transcript context. Inferred from officer dialogue. Mr. Poitou drives to a living facility, reportedly intoxicated. His parking is erratic, and he is described as falling in almost to the car. He has an argument with his girlfriend, who takes his keys after smelling alcohol on him and witnessing his dangerous driving. The facility administration and the girlfriend call the police. They later provide statements that Mr. Poitou did not consume alcohol while at the facility, establishing that his intoxication occurred prior to or during his operation of the vehicle. This is a key point for the prosecution of the DUI. 2.2 Phase 1. The onset of feigned medical distress. The transcript begins with Mr. Poitou in custody. The pivotal moment occurs when he's informed his DUI will be a felony charge. An officer notes, "We informed him it would be a felony DUI, and minutes later his heart started hurting." This temporal link is the cornerstone of the malingering diagnosis. Mr. Poitou complains, "Heart hurts." He's on the floor, refusing to sit up. He claims lying on his stomach or side helps him breathe, a physiologically counterintuitive claim for most cardiac or respiratory distress, which is often alleviated by sitting upright. Officers call the fire department paramedics as a procedural necessity, but their dialogue indicates deep skepticism. "I'm going to tell you right now, if you're faking anything, it's not going to get you out of the DUI. 2.3 Phase 2. Bizarre vocalizations and performative confusion. When questioned, Mr. Poitou begins a pattern of repetitive and nonsensical speech. He repeats phrases like, "You see 3," which evolves into 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet. Later, this transforms into the repeated phrase, "I'm C3, I'm C3, I'm C3. This could be a misremembered reference to a medical condition, a random utterance, or a symbolic statement of distress, but its repetitive nature suggests a performative element. He provides a false name, Michael Chad Poitou, which is later questioned by the officers, suggesting an initial attempt at obstructing the investigation through simple deception. He then denies saying C3 when confronted. 2.4 Phase 3. The failure of malingering and a shift to bargaining. Paramedics arrive, and after taking his vitals, quickly determine there is nothing medically wrong with you. An officer remarks with satisfaction, "Music to my ears." With his medical ruse exposed and invalidated, Mr. Poitou's strategy immediately pivots. He switches from being a medical patient to a would-be negotiator. He repeatedly demands to be taken to uni, presumably a university or hospital, used here as a desired alternative to jail. He engages in a circular, illogical bargaining process. "Let me blow into the breathalyzer and take me to uni, and I'll cooperate." This is a classic manipulative tactic, offering cooperation on an impossible condition long after the window for cooperation has closed. He demonstrates pathological denial, repeatedly stating, "No, I didn't," when officers remind him that he already refused to cooperate. 2.5 Phase 4. Regression, Destruction, and Oral Aggression. Frustrated by the officer's refusal to engage in his bargaining fantasy, Mr. Poitou's behavior regresses further. An officer notes, "He straight up bit through the cord." This act of biting the power cord of a piece of police equipment is highly significant. It is a primitive, infantile act of aggression using the mouth as a weapon. It is both destructive and self-endangering, demonstrating a severe breakdown in impulse control. When confronted, his explanation is a simple, childlike, "Well, let me go. I didn't do anything," showing a complete disconnect between his actions and his perception of culpability. 2.6 Phase 5. Escalation to violent threats and staged psychosis. As the officers remain unperturbed and continue the booking process, Mr. Poitou makes his final and most dangerous strategic shift. He begins to remove his shoe and declares, "There's a gun in my shoe." This is a direct verbal threat intended to provoke a high-level response and create chaos. He repeats the threat, escalating the performance. "He's got my gun. He's got my gun. You're about to die, my friend." As the officers physically restrain him to secure the shoe, he shouts, "Shots fired! Shots fired!" completing the theatrical performance of a violent encounter. This is the ultimate attempt to rewrite the narrative from a DUI processing to a life-or-death struggle, casting himself as a dangerous combatant rather than a common drunk driver. 3.0 Core Psychological Analysis. This section will deconstruct the chronological events through specific psychological lenses to provide a deeper understanding of the motivations and mechanisms behind Mr. Poitou's behavior. 3.1 Malingering. The conscious fabrication of symptoms for external gain. Malingering is distinguished from psychosomatic or conversion disorders in that it is the intentional production of false or grossly exaggerated physical or psychological symptoms motivated by external incentives. In a forensic context, these incentives are almost always related to evading or mitigating legal consequences. Mr. Poitou's case is a textbook example. The motivating incentive. The external incentive is explicitly identified by the officers, the felony DUI charge. A standard DUI carries significant penalties, but a felony DUI implies prior offenses or aggravating circumstances, leading to far more severe consequences, including substantial prison time. The officer's statement, "We informed him it would be a felony DUI, and minutes later his heart started hurting," establishes a clear cause and effect relationship. The feigned illness is a direct conscious attempt to avoid this outcome. Theatrical and inconsistent symptomatology. Genuine medical distress, particularly cardiac, often presents with specific, consistent signs. Mr. Poitou's presentation is vague, heart hurts, and theatrical. He just kind of flopped over. His claim that lying on his stomach alleviates his symptoms is physiologically inconsistent with most forms of cardiopulmonary distress, where an upright or semi-Fowler's position is preferred to ease breathing. This inconsistency is a strong indicator of feigning. Interaction with observers. Individuals who are malingering are often highly aware of their audience. Mr. Poitou's symptoms are performed for the officers. He does not appear to be in genuine, self-absorbed pain, but rather in a state of performative suffering. His quick recovery and ability to engage in complex bargaining the moment the paramedics declare him healthy, "I can sit up now," further proves that the medical emergency was a facade, a tool to be discarded once it was proven ineffective. Carceritis. The officer's sarcastic remark about carceritis is a colloquial but psychologically astute diagnosis. It refers to a sudden onset of medical complaints upon incarceration. This phenomenon is well documented in correctional and forensic settings and underscores the goal-oriented nature of the behavior. Mr. Poitou is not sick. He is suffering from an acute aversion to jail. 3. Cognitive dissonance and the employment of pathological denial. Cognitive dissonance, a theory proposed by Leon Festinger, describes the mental discomfort experienced by a person who holds two or more contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values, or is confronted by new information that conflicts with existing beliefs. The arrest for a felony presented Mr. Poitou with a profound dissonance between his self-concept, likely that of a person who is not a felon or a criminal, and the stark reality of his situation. His response is not to reduce the dissonance by changing his belief, that is, accepting his culpability, but to reject the reality that is causing the discomfort. This is achieved through pathological denial. Denial of action and consequence. Mr. Poitou's repeated insistence that he didn't do anything or that he did want to cooperate are prime examples. After biting through a power cord, a clear act of destruction, his immediate justification is, "Well, let me go. I didn't do anything." He is not engaging in a rational argument. He is attempting to erase his own actions through verbal denial. The uni fantasy. His obsession with being taken to uni is a manifestation of this denial. Jail represents the consequence he cannot accept. Uni represents a safe, non-punitive alternative, a place for treatment, not punishment. By fixating on this impossible demand, he creates a fantasy scenario that allows him to temporarily avoid confronting the reality of his impending incarceration. Rewriting history. His argument with the officers about the breathalyzer is a clear attempt to rewrite the immediate past. He is told, "We're beyond your cooperation because you already decided that you didn't want to cooperate." His response, "No, I didn't," is a desperate attempt to undo a decision he now regrets. He is not just lying. He is trying to will a different version of events into existence because the consequences of the true version are too dire for him to accept. 3.3 Narcissistic traits, manipulation, and entitlement. While a formal diagnosis is impossible from a transcript, Mr. Poitou's behavior is saturated with traits commonly associated with narcissistic and antisocial personality structures. These include a profound sense of entitlement, a view of other people as objects to be manipulated for personal gain, and a complete disregard for rules and social norms. A sense of special exemption. The core of his bargaining is the implicit belief that the rules do not apply to him. He genuinely seems to believe that he can negotiate the terms of his own felony arrest. The demand to be taken to uni is not a plea for help, but a demand for a special outcome he feels he is owed. He is not one of the common criminals who goes to jail. He is different, and the system should accommodate him. Lack of empathy. Mr. Poitou shows zero regard for the resources he is wasting. The officer's time, the fire department's deployment, these are of no concern to him. The officers and paramedics are not human beings performing a service. They are obstacles to his freedom and pawns in his game. His actions are entirely self-serving, with no consideration for their impact on others. Manipulative bargaining. His offer to cooperate is not genuine. It is a transactional tool. He treats his compliance as a commodity to be traded for an impossible reward. This if-then thinking, if I blow, then you take me to uni, is a hallmark of manipulative personalities who see all interactions as a means to an end. When the officers refuse to play his game, he does not recalibrate to a more realistic approach. He escalates because his entire worldview is predicated on the idea that he can and should be able to manipulate his environment. 3.4 Psychological regression as a failed coping mechanism. When an individual's more mature defense mechanisms, like denial or rationalization, fail under extreme stress, they may revert to earlier, more primitive patterns of behavior. This is known as psychological regression. Mr. Poitou's trajectory is a clear example of this process. From adult deception to infantile aggression, his initial strategy, malingering, is a relatively complex form of deception. His bargaining, while illogical, is still a form of verbal adult interaction. When both fail, he abandons verbal strategies for physical pre-verbal ones. Oral aggression, the act of biting the cord, is profoundly regressive. In Freudian psychology, the oral stage is the earliest phase of development, where the mouth is a primary tool for interaction and gratification. Biting is one of the earliest expressions of aggression and frustration. For an adult to resort to biting an inanimate object in a moment of anger is a powerful indicator of a complete breakdown of mature coping mechanisms. He is, in that moment, behaving like a frustrated toddler, unable to get his way and lashing out physically at his environment. Loss of verbal coherence. His descent into repetitive, nonsensical phrases, C3, 3 boots, also signals a regression. He loses the ability to form complex, goal-oriented sentences and instead relies on rhythmic, almost chant-like vocalizations. This can be seen as a retreat from the complexities and failures of adult language into a more primitive, self-soothing, or purely expressive form of sound-making. 3. 5 Performative psychosis and the final escalation. When all other tactics have been exhausted, Mr. Poitou makes his most extreme move. He feigns a psychotic break and threatens violence. This is the last resort of the manipulator who has lost all control. If he cannot be seen as a patient or a negotiator, he will force himself to be seen as dangerously and unpredictably crazy. The gun in the shoe. This threat is both absurd and dangerous. The absurdity is designed to support the crazy narrative, while the mention of a gun is designed to trigger a maximum law enforcement response. He is attempting to force a paradigm shift. The officers are no longer processing a DUI suspect. They are now dealing with a potentially armed and unstable individual. This changes the rules of engagement and, in his mind, could create an opportunity for escape or, at the very least, further delay the inevitable. Scripted delusions. His vocalizations during this final phase are like lines from a movie. He's got my gun. You're about to die, my friend, and especially shots fired. These are not the disjointed, internally driven statements of someone in genuine psychosis. They are cliches of a violent encounter. He is performing a script of what he believes a dangerous, crazy person would do in this situation. The goal of chaos. The ultimate goal of this performance is to create chaos. Chaos is unpredictable. In the predictable, procedural world of a police station, he has no power. But in a chaotic, violent confrontation, the outcome is less certain. It is a desperate, final gamble to shatter the procedural framework that is leading him inexorably to a jail cell. The fact that this performance puts him at risk of being seriously harmed by the officers highlights the profound desperation and impulsivity driving his actions. 4. 0. The role of intoxication as a disinhibitor. It is crucial to address the role of Mr. Poitou's intoxication. The evidence strongly suggests he is under the influence of alcohol and has also taken anti-anxiety medications. This combination is a potent disinhibitor. Intoxication impairs the function of the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for executive functions like judgment, impulse control, and assessing future consequences. This impairment explains the poor quality and high impulsivity of his manipulative attempts. A sober individual might recognize the futility of feigning a heart attack in front of trained professionals or the self-defeating nature of biting a power cord. However, intoxication does not create the underlying personality structure. It does not invent the desire to manipulate, the sense of entitlement, or the tendency to regress under pressure. Instead, the alcohol and medication stripped away whatever thin veneer of social compliance and rational thought Mr. Poitou possessed, revealing the raw, underlying psychological mechanisms he relies on when cornered. The intoxication is not the cause of his behavior, but rather the key that unlocked the cage of his more primitive and antisocial impulses. 5.0 Conclusion. The case of Michael Chad Poitou is a compelling illustration of a criminal mind unraveling under the pressure of imminent and severe legal consequences. The transcript is not a record of random drunken antics, but a logical, albeit pathological, progression of manipulative strategies. He began with a conscious, goal-oriented deception, malingering. The goal was to transform his status from criminal suspect to medical patient, thereby postponing or avoiding jail. When this was exposed by medical professionals, he shifted to pathological denial and narcissistic bargaining, attempting to negotiate an impossible reality where his non-cooperation could be traded for a fantasy outcome. The failure of these verbal strategies prompted a psychological regression to infantile, destructive behavior, demonstrating a complete breakdown of adult coping mechanisms. Finally, as a last resort, he escalated to performative psychosis and violent threats, a desperate gamble to create chaos and seize control by becoming too crazy and dangerous to be processed normally. Each stage represents the failure of the last, with each new strategy being more primitive, more desperate, and more dangerous than the one before. While disinhibited by intoxication, Mr. Poitou's actions are driven by a core refusal to accept accountability and a deeply ingrained pattern of attempting to manipulate his environment to serve his own needs.